There are barely any things individuals fixate on more than their vehicles. They are vessels of individual independence and comfort. Vehicles have encouraged numerous affectionate recollections throughout the years. However, they are constantly an undeniable irritation. Driving blunders, steady upkeep, twisting lines at the siphon are a couple of the basic inconveniences all drivers face. Here are 10 simple stunts to limit those distresses and, maybe, to spare your life. The common problem, the easiest solution to jump-starting a car, is hooking it up to another battery. Most people already schlep around jumper cables. You might as well put them to good use. However, that implies that you can find someone to flag down. If you are stranded in the middle of nowhere, you have to get creative. The easy solution. This technique only really works for smaller vehicles with a manual transmission. All that is required for this trick is a jack and a rope. The jack props up the frame behind a front tire. Make sure that the car is parked in third gear. Turn the car on. Next, wrap the rope around the elevated tire several times. Give the rope a swift pull. The kinetic energy will get the tires moving. With this temporary fix, try and find a real jump. The common problem. There are a ton of ways one can humiliate themselves at a corner store. Among the most widely recognized is maneuvering your vehicle into a siphon just to so the tank is on the opposite side. Back in the vehicle, one needs to attempt to finagle for a siphon on the correct side. It is a minor quarrel, yet at the same time an irritating one. The easy solution. You don't need to do anything for this in sight. Fortunately, the vehicle producers were paying special mind to all of us along. They just shrouded the piece of information in a spot not many would take note. Alongside different images and alerts on the dashboard, there is frequently a little bolt on the fuel measure beside the exaggeration of a gas siphon. The overall situation of the bolt relates with the fuel filler gulf. Whatever bearing the bolt focuses, that is the side you top it off on. The common problem. In unfriendly climate conditions, overcast headlights can be the distinction among life and passing. Legitimate lighting is a fundamental piece of exploring a tempest. Natural trash from the street and the sun's UV beams expel the defensive covering after some time, rather than going through cache supplanting the foggy ones. There's an unconventional tip that you can utilize so you don't resemble a deer inkwell. Headlights. The easy solution. The rationale of this DIY stunt isn't significantly more entangled than the possibility that toothpaste can clean something beyond false teeth. In the first place, wash the headlights with sudsy water or a cleaning arrangement like Windex. Next, take a wipe to expel the top layer of soil. Put a bit of toothpaste on the front lamp. You just need a limited quantity, about a similar that you, ideally, utilize each day. Toothpaste with preparing soft drink is the best decision. At that point, get to brushing. For harder stains, increasingly liberal utilizations of toothpaste might be required. The common problem. Outside of driving, the main genuine motivation to have a vehicle is to take a gander at it. Unrefined scrapes can demolish the car experience simply like any specialized issue. Similarly as with something else looking bad, it's an ideal opportunity to break out the plunger. The easy solution. There is no real way to truly wreck this one. All you need is high-temp water and an unclogger. For minor gouges, the boiling water might be sufficient. The warmth may make the metal and plastic extend once again into shape. For most denotes, the physical suction of the unclogger is important. Pour the water over the imprinted region to include a fundamental degree of dampness. Spot the unclogger on a superficial level. Pull back until the edge has returned to its typical shape. This strategy works best with later scratches while the surface is as yet flexible. The common problem, the issues with driving in the snow start before you're even in the driver's seat. Ice can stick keyholes, making them difficult to open. In contrast to the remainder of the vehicle, scratching with a choose or defrosting with boiling water can harm the lock's inward activities. There is a lot more secure and snappier alternative, the easy solution. Hand sanitizer slaughters something other than 99% of germs. One of the primary elements of hand disinfectants is liquor. Among the lesser commended highlights of liquor is its the point of solidification. To bridle that power, apply a portion of the gel to the tip of a vehicle key. Edge the key into the cold lock for 30 seconds. The drawn-out contact with the liquor will bring down the ice's relative the point of solidification until it dissolves. From that point onward, convolute the key and open the entryway. This accompanies the special reward of having your first line of resistance against the coronavirus good to go. The common problem, after you have opened the solidified entryway, the vehicle is as yet not really safe to drive. The dampness in the air will probably cloud the windows. In the event that one doesn't have the opportunity to trust that the foggy windows will defrost, a typical thing can resolve it like a flash. Try not to be worried about its progressively publicized use, the easy solution. Even hound sweethearts can announce the advantages of extra kitty litter. At its most fundamental level, the universally useful of kitty litter is to absorb dampness, to stay away from any upsetting meanings. It is smarter to get scent-free precious stones, and you unquestionably need to utilize new litter, not utilized litter. Pour the blend inside an old sock. Ensure that the socks are firmly bound. At the point when tied off, place the sock on the dashboard. The precious stones will assimilate the buildup noticeable all around. Moreover, kitty litter can be utilized for additional footing on frigid streets. You simply need to locate a volunteer to run before the vehicle, sprinkling it as you go. The common problem, locking your keys in your vehicle, is a definitive hack for vehicle issues. Without keys, you can't do whatever else. In the event that for reasons unknown you ever need to recover your vehicle's back, you can MacGyver your entryway open surprisingly fast. The watchword here is your vehicle. I'm not going to advocate for carjacking, regardless of how cunning the strategy. Having said that, here's 11 tips for outrunning the cops. Just in case, the easy solution. Modern vehicles are intended to stay away from this irritating event. This clue is all the more, for all intents and purposes, valuable for more seasoned models. Initial step is to remove your shoelace from your shoe. You are going to require the entire thing. Next, tie a little noose-like bunch in the ribbon. The bunch ought to fix around the noose as you pull on the finishers. Squirm the ribbon in the break between the entryway. Lower the lead until it's circled around the leader of the lock. Fix the noose so that is secure around the leader of the lock. Twitch up until you can open the entryway. The common problem, newer vehicles have disposed of the key altogether. These push-to-begin vehicles depend on an electronic sign to open the entryways. Frequently drivers grumble that the coxcomb can't arrive at the vehicle. Rather than making the trek to remain by your vehicle, you can support the contribution by staying the key under your chin. The easy solution. It seems like a fantasy. The realities don't appear to bode well all over, or all the more actually under their face. It is valid, however. The New York Times said that the conceivable explanation was on the grounds that the liquids in your mind intensified the message. There is some discussion on how compelling the human mind is as a conductor. Some estimate it increments any place from a couple of vehicle lengths to 85 feet. In any case, it's a helpful improvement over strolling to your vehicle. The common problem in a submerged vehicle, time is of the quintessence. Surprisingly fast, the encompassing water compel is difficult to survive. In the event that you don't open your window or entryway before the weight irregularity, you simply need to hold up until balance is re-established when the vehicle is loaded up with water. The deferral can be deadly. The easy solution: you can't depend on windows to be your brake bring forth. You need to manufacture your own. Try not to squander oxygen attempting to crush the window with your clenched hands. Most producers introduce vehicles with separable headrests to rapidly introduce them in the shop. Their coincidental use as a breakout instrument is a fortunate occurrence. While there still is air in the lodge, expel the headrest. Begin hitting the window in the corners with the supporting prongs. With enough power, the dull tip of the stem or to break the glass. Make a point to close your eyes, since glass will be all over the place. The cleanup is not really important, however. Utilize the bar to separate the rest of the pieces in the edge to abstain from cutting yourself. Ideally, you can swim to security. The common problem, the one stunt everyone needs to know, is the way to get the most miles per gallon out of their tank. On the off chance that they could likewise spare time that would be far and away superior, specialists have weighted in. Their answer is awkward. However, it works. The easy solution: this tip was expertly looked into. UPS expected to make sense of the most ideal approach to streamline eco-friendliness. They found that the best arrangement was to consistently turn right, rather than holding up at traffic lights to traverse paths. UPS drivers outline courses to consistently go to one side. The technique everything except takes out the drawn-out holds up at the red light. UPS flaunts that the arrangement has effectively preserved 10 million gallons of fuel every year. This method brings down the danger of a head-on crash and saves money on fuel, regardless of whether the temporary reroute stretches the outing. The time spared from not lingering balances the winding course.